what you know is only handful. What you don't know is ocean. How many of you are mechanical engineers? Anyone? No. How many of you know Agile? No? How many of you know Toyota production system? No? Okay. And I'm asking more and more questions. This topic is all about questions. Welcome Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, and my welcome guest. So muri, mura, muda. What is this? These are 3 Japanese words that articulate to. Just going to show the picture. Once this works. Down arrow. What is this for? So, muri, mura, muda means the 3 different kind of wastages that happen in the system. Okay? So, muri means one is very highly burdened. It may be a people or it could be missions. Like Gana was saying about stress. The stress should not be at a single point of failure, and it should not be a single person as well. The next is mura, which is basically unlevel. Could be a team working on it, but one person is having more work or it is not really balanced. So that's the next problem. The third problem is muda, which is any waste, which basically you do the work, but that work is not articulating to the goal that the system has to reach. So those are the 3 key elements. If you reduce this, the system will get better. And why this comes into the picture is, and go to the next slide.
Enter.
Why is this being talked about big time is, so if you know Japanese is the best known for the process. And their processes are so solid. And how these information or the innovations that happened is Taichi Ono, who is one of the Japanese, who worked at Toyota Motors. He has written the book called Toyota Production System, which is on Amazon. And he has done several different changes which has helped the Toyota Motors to come up with just-in-time production. So when you need to improve the system, you need to look at what the problems are. Only when you know the problems and then reduce them or avoid them, then the system becomes much better. It is not only in Toyota Motors manufacturing industry, but it is being today used in lean manufacturing or lean startup companies in software industry. If you Google, you will see a lot of information about muri, mura, muda, and that's where I got the information as well. It's not like there's so much source about it, and every aspect of it, if you use it to the level of information in the deep dive you can go to, and that will give you exact information what is the detailed problem that goes on in the system. So the next slide is all about 5 W's and 1 H. What is this? It's all questions. You ask questions on and on, which I know we do best question answer, questions when a detailed requirement is there, when you go to a session, when you go to a meeting. But this is, you sit down and ask sometimes yourself questions or ask another person on a specific system. It could be even, you can lay out the whole business process that is going on in your system and try to ask, where is the delay? And then try to go deeper and deeper asking these questions. It will really outpull at least some elements of it. It's not like it's going to work like magic there, but this helps you to go deep dive into the system to find what works and what does not work. So the who is, who does it, who is doing it, who should be doing it, who else can do it, who else should do it. So what this means is, I'm not going to go through every question here because that's the whole, I'll be sharing the slide for you. So what it means is, it doesn't have to be the same person doing this. It should be, another person should also be able to do it. Because if you don't do a team play, then the process is not good. It is like a checklist process. And how many of you have heard about Hotel Saravanan? Great. So Hotel Saravanan, what does it do? It has a process checklist. If you go in India, in Chennai, any place you go, the taste is very, very similar. For the unknown people, Hotel Saravanan is basically an Indian vegetarian restaurant, which is right there in Sunnyvale as well as in Fremont. But the way they offer the food is a standard process. It's like, this is what you need to do to make the curry, or the sambar, whatever it is. And that helps them to make sure the quality is good and everybody gets the same flavor of the food. So that helps you in that part. So now, and more than this, I'm not going to go all the questions. You can use that. So the continuous improvement. So there is like Six Sigma process, which I think you guys would have heard about. Like CMMI level 5, which is basically certification for quality processes, business process re-engineering. So all these try to utilize asking questions. There's a set of questions they ask. And where that comes from is right from this 5 Ws and 1 H, which if you see there is like auditors who come in, they all talk about this. Okay, when I was driving, there was a call from Clint Eastwood. He said, you're going to Hitachi Data Systems, right? You need to pass on this message to everyone. Here it is. You improvise, you adapt, you overcome. That's a quote from Clint Eastwood. Thanks. Over to the ToastMaster. Madam.